Good morning and welcome to the Orient Television News Highlight with Angel Ekenasi. The state government has signed a memorandum of understanding with some religious and non-governmental organizations during the concessioning of some hospitals built by the state government. Government House correspondent Dako Nocha completes the report.
The state governor, Okorocha, said the idea of private-public partnership was conceptualized by law 5 years ago to allow government to partner with private and non-governmental organizations in developing both the health and education sectors, as governments cannot run its affairs alone. Okorocha stressed that in a bid to make the state a health tourism center, government welcomed the participation of private organizations in the running of some of the newly built general hospitals, which cost governments about 1 billion naira each and are completed, while expressing hope that the private-public partnership arrangement will render the necessary services to the people. He urged the organizations to put the hospitals in good use and run them strictly under the concessioning arrangement.
It is obvious and definite that 27 general hospitals in Imo State of 200 beds might not be at 18 of today is futuristic. In addition to the 1,000-bed Sokoto Hospital and the 1,000-bed Mother and Child Free Hospital and the Uche Diagnostic Center for Renal Diseases, making a total of 30 hospitals. Is indeed futuristic and not for today. This is why we've called you up to be our partners. I will must thank you for showing interest in partnering with us, especially organizations such as yours, which is also here in Imo State, and you are all sons of Imo State.
The Commissioner for Health, Dr. Angela Owakwem, noted that government renovated the old health centers and built new general hospitals in all the 27 local government areas, as well as new health centers where none existed.
Exploring the option of concession and public-private partnership towards actualizing this vision and making sure that that vision strives well beyond this government. Because we know that the issue of funding health is very high, and the government may not be able to go.
The hospitals concessioned included Owa General Hospital, taken over by the Anglican Diocese of Owerri, Ehimemba General Hospital, taken over by Okigwe South Anglican Diocese, and Isialamba General Hospital, taken over by Anglican Diocese of Isimbano. Others are Isu General Hospital, taken over by the Claretian University for the purpose of building a teaching hospital. Ohaji Ebema General Hospital, taken over by the Lord Chosen Charismatic Church for the purpose of building a teaching hospital. Olu General Hospital, taken over by Olu United Medical, and Obo General Hospital, taken over by Galilee Education and Health Nigeria. The hospitals are concessioned between 20, 25 and 99 years with a monthly monetarium of 100,000 naira to state government. The general hospitals at Ngobala, Owerri West, Owerri North and Idato South were donated to the Nigerian Navy, Army, Air Force and Police. For Orient News, Adak Nocha reporting.
The governor, Okorocha, has approved the appointment of new permanent secretaries on the state civil service. A release by the secretary to the government of Imo State, Engineer Marco Chendo, says those appointed are Mr. Donald Igbo, permanent secretary and accountant general, Imo State from Oguta local government area, Mrs. Edith Ekenze Mbitole, Mr. John Ibuchuku Abombise, Mr. Amuche Elias Anyango Ehimembano. Others are Reverend Reginald Ude Owerri North Local Government Area, Mr. Gossin Okoma Okigwe, Mr. Benjamin Nwamadu, Idato South Local Government Area, Mr. Ogun Sanya Kende from Ijabode Ogun State, Mrs. Patricia Eneberi, Oro West. Callers on the Orient FM program Matters at Rising have called on parents and guardians to always listen to their children and wards with a view to helping them solve their problems and avoid the temptation of committing suicide. The callers made the call while deliberating on the program topic, what can be done to reduce the current rate of committing suicide by youth. They said this was a handiwork of Satan through frustration and urged everybody to be patient and have trust in God. The callers also advised people to run away from hard drugs, which they said were major causes of committing suicide. They further appealed to government to provide the basic needs of the people to avoid the temptation of resorting to committing suicide. The federal government says it has linked up several activities to mark June 12 as Nigeria's First Democracy Day, though it said that May 29 still remains a public holiday in the country, and President Muhammad Buhari will soon be sworn in that day. It nevertheless said major activities. Nevertheless, it has said that major activities of the event will be shifted to June 12. Minister of Information and Culture, Mr. Lai Mohammed, who spoke at the press briefing in Abuja, said both days would be marked as public holiday this year. Mr. Lai Mohammed said most of the activities had been moved to June 12 and that events slated for May 29 will be low-key. He said world leaders will only attend the 12th June event. The minister said the event celebrating June 12 as Democracy Day will kick off on Friday, June 7, with a historical exhibition in art, pictures, and immersive environment and run through June 12. The event, he said, is slated to hold at the IICC. It will be followed on Sunday, June 9th by a youth concert, creative industry and entertainment night also at the IICC. The 36 state governors in the country under the aegis of the Nigeria Governors Forum (NGF) have appealed to President Muhammad Buhari to call the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit (NFIU) to order over his decision to prevent them from overseeing local government funds. The government, in a letter addressed to President Muhammad Buhari, urged them to warn the agency not to dabble into a matter that is beyond its mandate. The NFIU, which was excised from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), had on June 1, 2019 as the takeoff date of the new order, making it compulsory for all local government allocations to go straight for their respective bank account. The decision is contained in a guideline released by the NFIU under a lengthy meeting with officials of commercial banks in Abuja. The Oyo State Police Command says it has arrested a suspected illegal arms dealer. The Commissioner of Police in the state, Mr. Shina Olukolu, made the disclosure while briefing newsmen on the arrest in Ibadan. He said that 29 other suspects were also arrested for offences such as kidnapping, cultism, armed robbery, among others. The Commissioner said that the suspect was arrested on Saturday at his Ibadan hideout following a distress call to the Special Anti-Robbery Squad (SAS) of the command. He said that 2,750 live cartridges were recovered from the suspect, who sold arms and ammunition to armed robbers and kidnapping syndicates terrorizing the metropolis and its environs. And on the foreign scene, United Kingdom Home Secretary Sajid Javid has warned he could use new powers to ban British nationals from Syria. A new counter-terrorism act allows him to ban people from traveling to or remaining in certain areas or face up to 10 years in prison. He said Britons in Syria without good reason were on notice. Mr. Javid also announced plans for a new espionage bill with new and modernized powers to tackle hostile state activities. The bill may include a requirement for spies in the UK to register with the government so that it is easier to act if there is hostile state activity. Mr. Javid also appointed Jonathan Hall QC as a watchdog to monitor the new terror laws. The decision to ban travel to Syria comes after Britons who joined the Islamic State group sought to return to the UK. Reports say a transgender woman has been fatally shot in Dallas. Mulhasha Buka, 23, was found dead on the street, and police are investigating the case as homicidal violence. Police said it is unclear if her shooting was a hate crime or motivated by retaliation. Last month, Ms. Buka was assaulted during a traffic accident which was filmed and shared on social media. Dallas police have declined to comment on whether she received any threat before this last shooting. They added that there is no evidence linking her mother to Edward Thomas, a 29-year-old man who was charged with assault against her in April. And now on sports news, President Muhammad Buhari has congratulated the Super Falcons B team for winning the 2019 West African Football Union WAFU Women's Cup last Saturday in Abidjan. President Buhari noted that the players emerged champion with an unbeaten record throughout the tournament. Other than that, they were able to perform the feat as a result of their fighting spirit, discipline and focus. He also praised the officials and management of the team, led by the coach Thomas Zenabe, for their sacrifice, commitment and diligence throughout the championship, and urged them to exhibit the same zeal in their forthcoming FIFA Women's World Cup in France. Meanwhile, Nigeria's under-20 team, the Flying Eagles players, are now in Poland ahead of this year's FIFA Under-20 World Cup, which kicks off on Thursday this week. The Flying Eagles camped in Germany for 3 weeks in preparation for the World Cup. The team was in the finals on 2 occasions in 1989 and 2005, while it won bronze in the 1985 finals hosted by the former Soviet Union. And that's it on the news highlight on IBC Orient Television Channel 59 or on StarTime Channel 113. My name is Angel Ekenasi. Thank you so much for watching. Good morning and stay with us.
It's Ramadan. It's okay to share what you love. Ramadan Kareem from Indomie. Indomie Super Pack now available at 85 Naira.
Hi, my name is Maxwell Odum, MD, CEO of MBA Forex, operators of MBA Forex Institute. Have you heard about Forex? I heard someone say yes. I also heard someone say no. So what do you think about Forex? Forex is foreign exchange. As the word goes, it's coined Forex. This is the biggest market that does an average of 6.something trillion US dollars, where the financial giants play largely in this market. This is where MBA Forex Limited come to play. We teach, we train, we mentor, and also take you by hand to navigate the Forex market profitably. Our institute provides basic, intermediate, and advanced stroke mentorship classes twice a week for 3 months. And of course, flexible executive classes for weekends. For those of you who may not have the time to come to enroll in our platform to learn the Forex market, we indulge you to come and trade with us by investing on our platform. With a minimum of $1,000 US, it's going to give you 20% of your return investment. Then from 1 million naira to the tune of 4.5 million, it's going to give you 15%. Then when you do 5 million and above, you're going to get 10%. So the higher the volume, the lesser the percentage. With MBA Forex Limited, you are insured to the tune of 2 billion naira per annum with an international insurance company called Asad Masad. So why don't you do business with us and have yourself guaranteed in the financial market called Forex? And a trial will convince you.
The Word of God, thereby the Word itself helping us to discover.
So I want to ask you this. Did you actually know that you were going to end up a professor?
Welcome on today's episode of Wellness and Style, where we teach you to stay healthy and stylish.
I'm bringing home, I am your present and thanking favorite.
Welcome to another Tech Fusion video.